Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 7 of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a one-of-a-kind prodigy over an Anime King 2. And enjoy that guys, and also stay tuned for the rest of the episodes coming over Anime King. If you're new, yes, you heard that correctly, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post out on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support, and yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode, start the intro. So the last time we left off, Naruto was facing off against Zabuza. As Naruto summoned his blade, he unsheathed the blade, but Team 7 started to find it hard to breathe. Tazuna even passed out as Naruto sheathed by the blade. He called the blade Kazaraki, the blade of death, as he forgot the side effects. Zabuza seemed used to it though. Well, he has seen it more than once. As Naruto didn't bother to use the blade on Zabuza, even though he never tried to kill him before with it, because it was known as the Blade of Death for a reason, as Naruto summoned another blade, as he started to clash with Zabuza. As Naruto was holding back a lot, it seems, because he was talking while battling. As he tried to apologize, he told Zabuza that he was different. He was Naruto 2.0. As the both of them clashed, Zabuza knocked him in the water, as Naruto erupted from it with a massive tidal wave. One thing though, he could breathe underwater as well. As Naruto hit Zabuza with several water bullets that slam him hard. He then dropped down to move towards Zabuza, but someone stopped him. It was none other than Haku. As Naruto stopped his blade inches away from her, she stabbed him right in the stomach with the ice spike as she grabbed Zabuza and moved. As Naruto collapsed on the ground, Kakashi rushed over to check on the blonde as he realized. He sighed in annoyance as Naruto acted like he was dying, as he told Sakura to do one thing for him. As she told Sasuke that his hair, shaped like a duck's ass, as Naruto collapsed, until he pulled the spike and simply laughed as he crushed it. They watched as his skin reformed, muscles threading, fixing back together. He also spilled it easily that he was a container for 9 tails. Kakashi was not obliged to say anything after all, it was not his secret yet. Naruto spilled it so easily, it was like he was talking about the weather. Sakura and Sasuke were a bit confused until, well, he wouldn't go into much details, but he told them, as he showed them this seal on his stomach. With that, he moved towards the house. As Zabuza wanted Naruto dead, the reason being, well, he kind of was Haku first, and also, he left him for dead. He told them that he was a bad person back then, but he has changed. But they refused to believe, so was Haku. Said yes, she was aiming to kill him as well. As Naruto arrived at the house, as Nami found herself in a rather strange predicament as he was helping her cook. Nami found herself unable to resist his charms, the way he spoke as he told her that he will be by tonight. As Inari was rather angry while they were eating dinner, saying that they will all die anyways. As Naruto brought him outside and showed him, by releasing all 5 natures and showed him that Gato didn't stand a chance, Inari came back seeing Naruto in a different light as he said that Naruto was so cool. Later that night, Nami was waiting as she couldn't believe that she was actually waiting. As he arrived, placed in the silencing seal, as he ravaged her. Kakashi saw Naruto stepped out the next morning as he saw Nami in the bed. As Naruto said that it was fun. As Kakashi shook his head at his antics, this kid was really something indeed. As Naruto went out, Haku found him as she tried to kill him but she stopped at the last moment. As Naruto looked at her, he had a nice talk with the fox before that. There was someone in this world that Naruto cared about. There was someone that Orochimaru had his control over. The only reason why Naruto hasn't killed Orochimaru yet was because there was someone that he had control over. Someone that he could kill that would break Naruto. So that is the only reason why Orochimaru hadn't, well, forced his hand. For Naruto to rip his throat open because he could not, as the fox knew that all too well. As Naruto mocked the fox a bit, he pretended like he hated him well. Naruto had a seal that Orochimaru gave him that could manipulate seal in his stomach to control the fox. After all, that was how he met his parents when Orochimaru was tampering with seal. After exiting his mindscape, well, the Kyuubi section, there was 5 other spaces, and just like how the Kyuubi reside in one of them, each of those other spaces, something else resided in each of them. The last space was nothing but darkness. The darkness was so much it actually got Naruto's hand shaking, as he didn't want to go down there, because he knew exactly what was down there, and he knew what it would do to him. As Haku and him talked, she was angry at him, as she asked him if he indeed even cared about anyone. After what he did, he was such a heartless, cold bastard. At Konoha, as Kurina was swimming in Naruto's pool, Uncle would invite her over and told her that it was okay. They drink sake and eat dango. The place was marvelous. So yeah guys, so basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across the place, check it for yourself. So just to begin this new episode, we begin this episode with Inari. The ninja team has been there for a week now. Inari, a real light big brother Naruto. He asked me if he could call him that and he told me that he was okay. He was so powerful. And Inari once again has hope that he would help them against Gato and stop his tyranny once and for all. And he was so happy. The group had left early this morning. His big brother said that he had to stay behind. He was here because he had some important things to talk to his mother about. Nero wasn't so sure what was that about, but the both of them was in his mother's room as they were talking right now. The rest of Shinobis had went with his grandfather to finish off the bridge. As he sat on the porch, as he was skipping stones in the water, that is when he heard footsteps behind him as he turned, thinking that the team was back so quickly. You guys, he paused, as Inari froze. Meanwhile, that was going on. You know, when I told you that your father hired our services, and I said that you could use me as well as you like, you certainly took that in stride, said Naruto. Tsunami blushed as she was cuddling up in his arms, as Naruto leaned against the bedpost, as she blushed in embarrassment. Oh, don't worry, said Naruto. I'm not complaining. If I would ever complain about something like this, I must surely be losing my mind. As she looked toward the seals on the wall, they're intact, said Naruto. Naruto-kun, she said, I've been screaming rather loud. I'm just worried about my son hearing any of this. Oh, don't worry, he won't hear a thing, said Naruto. We can hear what is going on outside, but trust me, he won't hear a thing. As she relaxed back on his chest. Are you sure that it's okay for you to not be with your team at this moment? I mean, the enemies could show up at any time. Don't worry, said Naruto. Kakashi is strong enough to handle Zabuza. As for the others, well, Sasuke is strong enough to hold off Haku, but Haku won't kill either of them. She's a rather good person. Sounds like you know them. Well, I did in the past, said Naruto. But I don't think that they like me anymore. What did you do, she said. Huh? What's with that tone? What makes you think I did anything? A shout of anger could be heard before she could say anything. Is that Inari? As she quickly jumped out of bed, getting dressed, as Naruto spread out his senses. Seems like Gato men are here. Tsunami eyes went wide at that. Meanwhile, outside, you're just a young brat. Do you really want to die so early? Inari had a kunai in his hand that his big brother had given him. He had shown him how to use it in the week. I won't let you touch my mother. As Inari pointed the kunai at them. Huh? Who the hell gave you a weapon, brat? You know, raising a weapon towards us is basically signing your life away. Do you really want to die so early? I said, I won't let you touch my mother, said Inari. As the first one pulled his blade. Well then, guess I'll just have to cut right through you and get to her. You know, I hear she's quite attractive. Maybe. Inari screamed as he ran forward with the momentum. As the bandit raised his blade, no hesitation in his eyes as he brought down the blade. The blade sliced right into the ground. As the bandit blinked, the other one looking confused. What the hell just happened? Inari was confused as he felt himself being held by someone as he struggled to get out of the person's grip. Calm down, Inari, said Naruto. As Inari blinked, Big brother Naruto, he said, as he found himself being held by Naruto a distance away from the two bandits. While I must say that was rather brave of you, it was rather stupid as well. I mean, I knew I showed you how to use a kunai, but you can't just run towards people who has the will to kill you. As Inari lowered his head, I'm sorry, big brother Naruto, I just wanted to... Don't worry, said Naruto. You wanted to protect your mother. I understand protecting someone that you love, said Naruto. As a strange look came on his face before it vanished. As Naruto placed Inari down. But don't worry, I'll handle this. It seems like today is the day that Gato leave this place. You really mean it? Yeah, said Naruto. Go inside with your mother and stay there. I'll handle Gato once and for all. Inari hugged him. Be careful, he said, as Naruto patted him on the head. Don't worry, he said, I will. Inari ran inside as he closed the door. The two bandits stood there. Huh. You must have some balls, kid. Thinking that you can take us on alone. As Naruto's head was turned towards the east, just looking out. Hey, I'm talking to you, brat. The first one stepped forward. He must be deaf or something. As he reached out to grab Naruto, the man screamed as he dropped towards the ground, clutching his stump where his hand used to be. I don't know what pissed me off even more, said Naruto. You guys, saying that I'm not strong enough to handle you, doubting my strength, or what you said about Tsunami. I understand you guys, you're bandits. You would kill anyone to get what you want, even kids. I mean, I was a rather ruthful person, not too long ago. But someone told me to try and be better. And for her sake I'm trying, said Naruto. But you scums. I suppose killing you won't be, how do you put it? Exactly bad. The first bandit moved with his blade to take Naruto's head off. As Naruto grabbed the blade, the man was shocked as he put down force. Naruto snapped the blade. Are you stupid? I mean, I just cut your friend's arm off without you seeing. I mean, how did you think this was gonna work out? The man started to back away, in fear. Oh, you're not getting away alive, said Naruto, as a wicked grin came on his face. A moment later, Tsunami peeked through the window. The bandits were gone, as there was a massive purple barrier surrounding the entire house. As a smile came on her face, as Naruto was protecting them. Do your best, Naruto-kun, she thought. Meanwhile, on the bridge, Sasuke was panting. There was a two-totem Sharingan currently activated within his eyes. All of his training seemed to pay off a lot. Well, right now, though, it was not helping. Needles were all over his body. He seemed quite exhausted. His Sharingan looked around at the mirrors that surrounded him. Sakura was in front of Tazuna as she gripped her fists, clenching the kunai even tighter. Things were bad. Where the hell was Naruto when you need him? The moment she said that, the mist on the bridge started to dissipate. She had to grip Tazuna from being blown away as a massive gust of wind broke several of the mirrors and dissipated the entire mist around the entire bridge, clearing the way completely. As Sakura here stopped fluttering the wind, she turned her head. I guess I went a bit overboard. Naruto, she said, as a smile of relief came on her face. Don't worry, said Naruto. Your hero, your shining hero is here to protect and save you. You can reward me later. Her eye twitched at that comment as Naruto turned towards the reforming ice dome as he saw Sasuke inside. Hey, Uchiha, said Naruto. You might want to duck. Hearing that, Sasuke turned his head as Naruto held up his hand, as his palm started to get saturated with chakra, as electricity built on the tip of his 5 fingers before forming into a ball. As he fired it, without saying a single word, the ball of electricity skyrocketed through the sky, whipping past Sakura and Tazuna without harming them as Sasuke ducked. Haku leaped out of her mirror rather quickly, as she knew what was going to happen. The entire upper portion of the mirrors were obliterated, but not only that, the ball stopped right in the center and released electricity that reduced the mirrors to nothing but pools of water. As Naruto stepped forward, the moment he did, several senbon needles came towards him as he dodged. Haku flashed to his side. "Still as fast as ever, I see," said Naruto, as he dodged a roundhouse kick that would have slammed right into his face. But he grabbed her leg as he pulled her, causing her to fall, but he grabbed the back of her head so it wouldn't hit on the support beam. But she used the momentum to wrap that leg of hers around his throat as she pulled herself, tying her legs around his throat as she pulled him down into a chokehold. "Come on, do you really think that would work?" said Naruto, even though he wasn't getting any oxygen. He still spoke normally, as he simply pried her legs off of him. "As much as I would like to be in this situation again, I really don't think that this is the time. Unless you just want to call this whole thing off, and we can get busy," said Naruto, as he had to duck several fists that came towards his face. She's gotten a lot faster. There was nothing but anger coming from her. He couldn't give her an answer when she wanted it. She just left. She knew that he wouldn't come after her or do anything, so she had just left. As Naruto tilted his head as Haku moved, as Zabuza blade whipped right through the ear where his head was, almost taking his head completely off. Kakashi completely obliterated the water clone, 5 of them, as he moved back to where Zabuza had fled to. The 2 of them started to engage Naruto. As Naruto raised his arm, Zabuza blade slammed right on his arm as there was a clang sound like metal, despite the blade hitting him right in the arm. As Naruto pulled the blade and stabbed it right in the brain before kicking Zabuza right in the stomach, knocking him back, he grabbed Haku's wrist as he pinned her hand down to the ground. She spat 3 senbon needles as he tilted his head. He grabbed one of them out of mid-ear as he saturated the needle with chakra before piercing it right in her stomach. Haku winked as she felt all of her points seize up. There was a spot on the stomach near to the heart where the main chakra source was spread from. Once you took care of that point, the rest of the body would be unable to get any form of chakra at all. As Naruto looked up as he blocked Zabuza's boot that tried to kick his head right off, Zabuza's left hand was grabbed by Kakashi because of his distraction and thrown backwards. As Naruto pinned Haku down to the ground as he held onto both of her arms. "Are you two gonna listen now?" he said. "Or are you gonna make me kill you?" "Go ahead. Kill us," said Haku. "You're heartless. Monster. Why not prove it? You already shown it a lot in the past." "You're right," said Naruto, as Kakashi stood in front of Zabuza, stopping him from getting near Naruto. "I am a heartless monster. I slept with you. I said I cared about you and then I left. I didn't just left. I left the both of you to be killed, while I killed our employer and took all the money. I left the both of you for dead. But as I said, I'm not the same person. Can't you guys see that? I'm even wearing a headband now. I'm a part of the Hidden Leaf." Zabuza scoffed. "These leaf ninjas are more stupid than I thought," he said. "I mean, for them to trust someone like you. You're a bigger snake than Orochimaru. In fact, when you really look at it, there is nothing different between the both of you." The smile on Naruto's face faltered a bit, but it returned quickly. "You see, I have changed," said Naruto. "If I was the same person I had been, and you had said that to me, Zabuza, you'd have been decapitated. You guys should know better than anyone else. Come on, you're missing names. You do what you do for the job. That doesn't mean being a scumbag and betraying people who you act like you care about," said Haku as she looked upon him. There was nothing but hate coming from her as Naruto reached and pulled off her mask. As he saw the fury in her eyes, so much anger towards him, a thought popped into his mind. Try and be a good person this time. The voice was feminine. As Naruto sighed as he picked himself up, releasing Haku, as she slowly got up even though she couldn't feel her chakra. She reached down towards the needle in her stomach. As she gently removed it, her chakra started to circulate, but slowly. But still, in this state anyone could kill her, and she wouldn't be doing anything about it. "Leave this place," said Naruto. Zabuza spat at that. "Who do you think you are? Do you think we take orders from you now?" "That's not it," said Naruto. "I'm trying to be a good person here. And usually, When things that bother me won't resolve itself, I just end up killing it, so I don't want to be the cause of your guys' death, so leave. Because I can see it right now. You guys won't forgive me for what I did. And to be quite blunt, I wasn't a good person back then. And I felt no remorse or really cared. As he looked towards Haku, I know what I did was harsh, but you got to understand, I just didn't really care. She clenched her fists as Naruto saw the corner of her eyes watering a bit, but she masked it very well. Easy, Kakashi, said Naruto as he saw Kakashi still in his fighting pose. They're done now, they're leaving. As Zabuza stepped forward, we're leaving. When we take your head. Is that so? Said Naruto, as his eyes switched to green. I'm giving you one final chance. Leave, he said, his tone becoming a bit darker. As this was getting really annoying, Zabuza raised his massive head cleaver as he stepped forward. What's this? A voice said. Kakashi was slightly in front of Naruto so the person could not see Naruto at all. Zabuza, I sent you to do a job and yet you're still right here, wasting time. Pathetic. Paying you so much money, and you're nothing but a waste of space and a waste of time. Well, ninjas are just tools anyway. I no longer need your services though. Isn't that right, boys? Chuckling could be heard. Over hundreds of bandits were currently on the opposite end of the bridge as they laughed wickedly. Blades, katanas, kunais, shurikens, all sorts of weapons. They were there. And the bandits were on the other side of the bridge. In front of them was a rather short man in a business suit with a cane. This was none other than Gato himself. Gato, what is this? Oh, it's quite easy. I'm rebuking your contract. Stand against me and die. Or you can run away, like the tools and pansy you are. Laughter could be heard. Gato froze. That laughter. It sounds so familiar. As Sasuke and Sakura came over, as Kazuna was a distance away, Sakura told him to stay there just in case. As she still had her guard up, Gato's cane hand started to shake. No, it can't be. Boss, one of the bandits beside him said, what is it? As Naruto stepped from behind Kakashi, Gato, still as short as ever I see. Gato froze as he saw those blue eyes. That blonde hair. That voice. Naruto, he said. I didn't know that you were here. Long time no see. Gato was stuttering really badly as Kakashi looked towards Naruto. Old friend of mine, said Naruto. Well, not so much of a friend, but acquaintance. It seems like you've lost your manners, Gato. No, it's just been a long time, Naruto-sama, so I was unprepared to greet you. If I had known that you would have come here, I would have prepared a feast for you. Plenty of women, beautiful one, and a massive feast. Gato said, shaking as his thugs were confused. These boys seemed to be new as they didn't know who Naruto was. Ah, this is good. I will pay you triple what I'm paying them to take care of these leaf shinobis for me, and including Zabuza. A man of your talent is more than strong enough to do that, don't you say, said Gato. As Naruto waved him off, you're stroking my ego, he said. But sorry, can't. Why not? Well, you see, as Naruto pointed at his headband, Gato froze. You're one of the leaf shinobis? Yeah. I've joined the Hidden Leaf, said Naruto. So I can't really allow you to kill them. Or Zabuza and this girl here. They're friends of mine, said Naruto. Even though they might hate me right now, we were friends in the past. You've done quite a number in this village, haven't you, Gato? Well, I'm finished here anyways. I can leave by tomorrow morning, Gato said. Kazuna blinked. Did he just hear that correctly? Where's the fun in that, said Naruto. I mean, we haven't seen each other in a long time. Why don't you buy me something for meeting up once again? Oh, what would you like? How about a mansion, said Naruto. Oh, of course, Gato said. Have you seen anything in particular that you like? Hmm, not really, said Naruto. Kakashi was confused. Was this really happening? But I'm sure we can think of something. Oh, and I've changed into a good person, so I kind of want you to give these people some money for all the problems that you put them through. Would that be okay? Naruto said. I mean, you do have enough. That won't be a problem. It should be easy to be done, said Gato. But sir, why are you letting this little punk tell you what to do? Yeah, several of them shouted. He's just a brat. Let's kill him and take his head. Be quiet, Gato said. You guys have no idea who this is. It doesn't matter. He's just a tool, a ninja like anyone else. We'll put him down for you. And you can give us that money. What do you say, boys? No, you fool. Stand down, said Gato. Don't worry, Gato. We'll take him down. All of them raised their weapons. Naruto extended his hand as red chains burst in his palms. It wrapped around Gato and yanked him towards him. As Naruto caught the short man and patted him on his shoulder, Gato trembled in fear. Your boys seem to have went against your orders. Hey, Kakashi, said Naruto. Mass murder. You would define it as evil, right? Kakashi blinked. Well, anyone would. But what if these guys are like rapists and murderers? People that kill children and pregnant ladies and hard-working men that does nothing? Well, those people are scum, said Kakashi. And sometimes, it's better to just get rid of them. As Naruto patted Gato's shoulder. Yep, you're right, said Naruto. You might want to stand back as Naruto stepped forward. What are you gonna do, said Kakashi? Well, you just defined mass murdering these bandits as something, well, a good action for this world. Because if I let them go, they're gonna go about and continue chaos. But, as a wicked smile came on Naruto's face, it's been a long time since I got my hands dirty, as he stepped forward. As Naruto held out his hand, to both sides of him, electricity started to gather along his palms. The bandits all started to rush forward. Yes, come, said Naruto, to your death. As they were moving straight towards him, a few of them stopped feeling a strange, ominous feeling. There were no sensors, so they didn't know what was coming, but they saw the electricity. Kakashi stepped back. Move, he said, as he shouted soccer to the others. As the amount of chakra that Naruto was gathering was too much. As Tezuna and the others ran back, Haku and Zabuza ordered to move away, as Gato was grabbed and pulled away by Kakashi. As Naruto's two palms were so bright, everyone had to look away. As Naruto slammed both of his hands together, lightning release, thunderclap, boom! The explosion that centered out from Naruto was so massive the bridge support beam exploded. The thing cracked and exploded into a million pieces. The bandits' eyes all went wide. The wave of electricity and the booming effects smashed your body to blood, guts, brain matter, and mush. Their bodies were turned into paste, shredded and slapped apart. Hundreds of bandits fell like that. As it did not stop as it went out, it tore the water in half, showing the earth. It split the water for miles, crashing over to a nearby island and tearing through it. As the entire water got saturated with electricity, sparkling, the bodies that fell off instantly burned to a crisp. As the water refilled, the bridge was gone. It was just gone. As Naruto looked toward his palms, with a smile on his face, crying could be heard. As they turned towards Tezuna, "My bridge," said Tezuna. Tears in the man's eyes ran down his face. As he had spent so long working on this bridge for it just to be annihilated, it was gone. It was just gone like that. One moment it was there, the next it was just gone, incinerated. As Tezuna cried, yes, he cried tears, for his bridge that was no longer there. As Naruto scratched the back of his head, Oh shit, he said. Huh, I didn't really thought about that. As Gato was on his butt, just watching the scene in front of him, as he gulped. That is why he feared this man. Gato had worked with Orochimaru in the past, and Orochimaru had allowed Naruto to head his operations where he were. Gato had hired Naruto services. He had to pay Naruto a lot more than anyone else, and not to mention, give him whatever he wanted. Orochimaru told him to do that, but that was not the thing that made Gato so fearful of Naruto. It was the way he executed people that Gato didn't want to live. He didn't just kill them, he broke them, and he laughed while he shredded them to pieces. Gato was so fearful of Naruto that he would give him anything he wanted just to survive. And Naruto was powerful enough to do whatever Gato wanted, if he was either wiping out the entire small village just for him to put his mark on that place or anything. But now he has changed. Now he was working for Konoha. This was bad. As Gato wondered if Orochimaru knew about this. He must, right? That was a bit excessive, said Kakashi, as he still couldn't believe what Naruto just did. That was literally an S-rank jutsu, if he could say. Huh. Yeah, said Naruto. Look what you did, Naruto, said Sakura. All their hard work. Now they had to start over. Sasuke was amazed. With that amount of power, he could definitely kill Itachi. That was all that was going through his mind. Geez, said Naruto. I'll just fix it. Fix it? How are you gonna fix it? Oh, that's simple, said Naruto as he placed his hand on the remainder that he stood on. Wood release, iron release, he said, as he closed his eyes. Everyone watched in amazement as Naruto released chakra and the bridge started to form. But this bridge was different. The wood that he was using, mixed in with his iron release, gave the bridge a metallic color. As Tazuna watched in amazement as the thing spread straight over, connecting them to the mainland. The support beams were created. They were made from iron. Tazuna was shocked. This was 100 times better than what he and his guys were trying to create. How did you do that? Asked Tazuna. I'm just that awesome, said Naruto. Wait, so you could have done this from the beginning? Yeah, said Naruto. But I want to wait until these guys show up again, so I did not. Tazuna was amazed as he looked around, as Kakashi looked at Naruto with shock on his face. He knew that Naruto possessed many bloodlines, but for him to be using it this way at his age, Kakashi wasn't sure that Naruto was supposed to be on this team. He now understood why Naruto said that he could defeat him, and it wasn't even a question. That jutsu that he just used could annihilate even Kages if it was directed towards one person. And Naruto wasn't even winded. He didn't even look tired one bit. As Naruto then turned, hey, where's Zabuza and Gato and Haku? Sakura blinked. They took him, said Sasuke. Oh shit, said Naruto. You guys stay here. I'll be right back. Before Kakashi could say anything, Naruto was gone. He couldn't sense him anymore. How fast was he? Time skip. Kakashi had no reason to doubt that Naruto could defeat those two by himself, so he didn't went after him. The barrier had dropped, as Inari had came to the bridge with the villagers, but it was all over by the time he got there. The villagers were shocked at the bridge, as Tazuna explained to them what happened, as everyone cheered Naruto's name, as Inari asked where Naruto was, as Tazuna told him that he was gone. Tsunami was worried that he went after Gato with those two missing names as well. Sometime later, Naruto returned back to the village. The moment he returned, people were cheering his name, as Naruto basked in the glory. As he saw a few girls winking at him, as he gave them a tiny wave. Oh, this was gonna be fun. I know that all of you, he started to speak, quieting them down, have been stricken with poverty lately, because of what Gato did. He's gone, and I promise you, he will never show his face here ever again. The people cheer once more. And I also brought you guys gifts. As Naruto placed in a scroll before going through hand sign, everyone froze when he unsealed what was inside. This is just a little something to help you guys get back on your feet, know that everything is okay. to plant your crops, get the seeds, get more farmers, and do as you can, said Naruto. The people all blinked in shock at the money. There was 3 bags of money there. As one of the men went up to test if it was actually real. It's real, he said. The people cry out in joy and happiness. This was actually real. Many of them pinched themselves, slapping themselves to see if they were weak. As they swarm him, hugs and kisses from the girl on his face, on his cheek, everywhere. People screaming out his name in joy. Time skip. Tazuna narrowed his eyes as he saw Naruto hugging his daughter for a real long time. They were saying their goodbyes as Naruto whispered something in her ear before he released her, as Nami had a blush on her face. As he ruffled Inari's hair. When will you be back? Sometime in the future, said Naruto. I promise, I'll be back, he said. Alright, big brother Naruto. Be safe, okay? As Naruto looked towards the bridge. And besides, I'll always be here, as you can see. The Great Naruto Bridge. Sucks that it wasn't called the Team 7 Bridge. Hongai, said Naruto, as he looked towards his team. Sasuke seemed to huff, as Sakura shook her head. Kakashi simply sighed. Well, goodbye, people of the wave, said Naruto. I wish you all the luck. I'll be back soon, and we'll have a wonderful celebration. As the people cheered, as Naruto gave a couple girls a wink, before he looked towards Nami and blew her a kiss. As he then moved off with his team, who said goodbye. Sometime later, Naruto, where have you been for the last couple of days? You're the reason why we took so long to get back home. I know the celebration will last for 3 days. Where were you? Through it, and through the rest of the days. Oh, you see, the girls were really grateful. Especially some of the older ladies. Sakura tried to process what he meant by that. Wait, you don't mean... As a blush spread over her face. You're joking, right? She said. As her face was so red, she seemed like she was gonna pop. As he couldn't be really saying what she was thinking. Of course not, said Naruto. She sighed in relief. No, I mean I was not joking. I mean, they were all over me. 3 at a time. Some of them even friends. It's good that I have infinite stamina. As Sakura turned her head away, her ears were literally steaming as she couldn't look at him. He was really implying that. What happened to Gato? And Zabuza and Haku? As Kakashi looked towards him, they never got time to spoke about it because Naruto was all over. And Kakashi couldn't find him, but he knew that he was there in the village. Well, he was doing what he told Sakura. Oh, that's simple, said Naruto. Gato got away. You let him go? Well, yeah, he kinda paid me off to let him go, so judging our past deals. And it's good to have someone so rich as your, well, subordinate. As for the other 2, I came there in time to stop them from killing him. They were gonna kill him for betraying them. And I convinced them to go. Convinced them, said Kakashi. Yeah, we fought, said Naruto. But it turns out as you would expect. Well, I let them go. You know, someone that wants to kill you and you have the opportunity to take them down. You shouldn't really let them go, said Kakashi. I've done it before, said Naruto. Sometimes come back to bite me in the ass. I am sure it will catch up to me in the future, but... As he trailed off. But what, said Kakashi. But, said Naruto. Huh, said Kakashi. As Naruto simply shrugged. Sasuke was awfully quiet. Hey, Uchiha, you okay? I saw that you have your little eyes. Sasuke narrowed his eyes at him. My Sharingan? Yeah. Not to mention you have 2 of those little dots in them already. When it reached 3, it's fully developed, right? How do you know that? Let's just say I know a bit about the Sharingan. How? Said Sasuke. I don't know, said Naruto. So, think you're powerful enough? For what? Said Sasuke. For me to teach you a technique that would make you awesome. Sasuke eyes narrowed at that. What technique? He said. Well, given that I'm basically your sensei now, I believe I can teach you a technique or 2. And who said that you were my sensei? Simple, Sakura, said Naruto. As Naruto started to walk, Sasuke glared at him, but he asked, the technique that you use, what was it? My thunderclap? You know, I was the one that created that. You did? Yep. Pretty awesome, right? Sasuke looked towards him. Yeah, he said. Huh, You admit it. Well, anyone has to say that it's awesome because it is. It's me combining lightning and something else to create a force and electricity. The electricity shreds the body from inside out, and the force pulverizes it and crush it. That is why that happens, said Naruto. Combining them and slam my hand together release my thunderclap. Very useful technique for wide, spread armies. I would have used that 100%, but that would have just caused more damage than we would have liked. Wait, what? Said Kakashi. As Naruto turned towards him. What's wrong? That wasn't 100%? Nah, said Naruto. Come on, are you really surprised? Said Naruto. I mean, I am a Uzumaki. Not to mention, I have the 9 tails inside of me. Like an unlimited dose of chakra, and plus, I have massive chakra reserves. I can fight for days, so using a technique like that isn't too much chakra taxing on me, said Naruto. As the group just looked at him with shocks on their faces. As Kakashi really wondered how powerful was he. Time skip. As the group had came back to Konoha, Naruto had discussed with Hiruzen what happened once he had separated. Kakashi was the only one left as Hiruzen had dismissed the rest of them. As Kakashi was overtelling Hiruzen about the jutsu once again, and he said that it was not 100%. Hokage-sama, the chakra that he used is relative to a person like me. I doubt I could muster so much chakra, yet he just pushed it out like it was nothing. If I would have used that technique, it would have drained me instantly, but yet, he said that it was not all that he could do. He's indeed powerful, isn't he? Said Hiruzen. Well, from the way things are going, I believe that his Sannin level are even stronger. Hiruzen raised an eyebrow. You really believe that, Kakashi? Judging by certain things that I've seen so far. The way people fear him. The way one of the top crime boss is willing to do anything or even leave one of his main source of income just to please Naruto. Yes, I believe so. What about his loyalty? I told you to keep an eye on him. What have you seen so far? Well, so far, it seems like someone told him to be a good person. What do you mean? Well, he asked me a strange question. If eradicating the bandits would be him doing a good deed. He seemed to think about it like someone has told him to be a good person. And he's trying to figure out if doing that is being a good person or not. So you believe that someone is telling him what to do? Well, not in that way. He has shown that he hasn't really cared about people in the past, to the point where he has even disregarded certain people that he said that he cared about. I believe that he's friends with someone, or perhaps family with someone, if that is anything to go on. Because he doesn't seem to show any interest in anyone else, other than a few females because of their, well, he's a bit like Jiraiya. Even worse, if you put it in perspective. Yeah. I've heard the rumors around the village. Yeah, said Kakashi, as both men look rather embarrassed talking about this topic. There has been some rumors that Naruto has been sleeping with around half of the women in the village already. That must be a lie, right? Many people had thought. Well, judging from what Kakashi has seen already, it could probably not be a lie. I truly believe that he is with us to help us though. He has shown no reason for him to betray us. So, are you saying that he's not fit to be on your team? I don't think that you should push him, said Kakashi. Allow him to rise up the ranks like any other Jonin. Allow him to participate in Chunin exams and then take the Jonin test. Are you saying that because you believe it, or is it because of your deal with him? Kakashi blinked. My deal, he said. I figured, seeing that he's basically running the team and you're not. Well, let's just say he's a Jonin in training. He's already shown that he can take up the responsibility of protecting his teammates. So let's just let him rise up the ranks. So then, you have no doubt about him joining the Chunin exams? Kakashi shook his head. None at all. What about the others? Sasuke is coming along well and Sakura is putting in the effort. By the time the Chunin exams comes around, they will be ready. As Hiruzen nodded at that. Meanwhile, as Anko was going through Naruto's fridge, she had never noticed a woman before. There was a woman here named Ursa. She cleaned Naruto's house. She was his maid, and she restocked his fridge. When Anko would eat out of it, as Uncle had spoken to the woman, as Naruto had told her to get Dango whenever they run out and sink as well. It seems like he knew that Uncle would be spending most of her time here, and not alone. Could he see in the future or something? That was strange. Kurina was out in the jacuzzi, as the thing was bubbling, releasing all the stress in her muscles. As she's been in a few missions with her team so far, and she was releasing all the pent-up stress, as she was just lying down there. Her ninja instincts kick in, as she spin around. She blinked as she saw him. He was in a tight, black muscle shirt that showed off abs and a well-toned chest that was pressed against the black shirt, black pants and sandals. As Kurnai was surprised to see him here, Uncle said that he wouldn't be back for at least a month. His blonde hair was tied up in a ponytail. As he looked at her, Where did you come from? She said, confused how he got so close without her noticing. Don't worry, said Naruto. Uncle didn't notice me either. As he sat down. My, enjoying yourself, are you? She pressed the button as she shut off the jacuzzi, allowing the water to get clear as Naruto looked down at her bikini. She covered herself. I see, you're a shameless pervert. You know, that's rather rude, considering that you're in my pool. Well, I will leave. Oh no, said Naruto. It's fine, you're Uncle's friend. Kurina Uai. I've heard a lot about you. What have you heard? She said, as he kept on looking at her with a weird look. That you're the ice queen of Konoha. Many guys are afraid of asking you out because you hate perverts. You should know I'm not a pervert. You are not? I've heard some things about you, Mr. Uzumaki, she said. All good, I suppose, said Naruto. Not all, she said. Well, I can't blame people for spreading rumors, but I assure you, I'm not a bad guy if you get to know me. Why don't you relax? You're getting all tense. As Naruto paused. What is it? She said. Oh, it's your eyes, said Naruto. What's wrong with my eyes? Oh, they're just so alluring. As a small blush came on her cheek at that, it quickly vanished a second later. Don't worry, Kurina, said Naruto. You can come over and use my pool and jacuzzi whenever you like. You're a rather courteous person, she said. Yes, I am, said Naruto. And if you get to know me, you can see, I'm a real nice guy. I mean, we have a friend in common, Uncle. So I guess we're basically friends, said Naruto. I wouldn't skip that far, she said. Oh, I understand, said Naruto. But, it would be amazing for you to become my friend. And why is that? Well, I can't help myself but befriending angels like you. She sighed. Do you think I haven't heard it before? You're beautiful, this and that. Just to get my attention. Well, answer me this, said Naruto. If you see something mesmerizing, would you be able to take your eyes off it? It's a rhetorical question, he said. And the guys are right. I mean, you're just spectacular, he said. Nai-chan, I got more sick. Naruto, as Uncle was surprised to see him. You're back. When did you... Just some moments ago, said Naruto, as he walked up to her. I miss you, Uncle, he said as he opened his arm for a hug. She shrugged as she went in to hug him, as their body pressed against each other. Kurina's eyes narrowed as she saw how close they were holding on to each other. You know, said Naruto as he whispered in her ear, I really missed you. As his hand gently trailed up her back and going down. Uncle trembled a bit. Are you cold? Said Naruto. Of course not, she said. I'm just fine. He slowly released her hand, moving across her waist. Aren't you going to join us and tell us about your mission? She said. In a little while, said Naruto. I have a few things I gotta do. See you later, Uncle. You too, Nai-chan, said Naruto. As Uncle moved forward, taking her hand. What was that? Said Kurenai. I told you that he was a flirt. But he's just trying to get my attention by getting me all riled up. But I'm not gonna fall for it. Are you sure? Said Kurenai, as she had saw Uncle tremble. I got this under control. As she saw Kurenai looking towards the door. Don't tell me that you're falling for his charms as well. No, it's not that. There's just something about him. And what might that be, Nai-chan? Oh, get your head out of the gutter. He's just strange and nice. Nice? Yeah. Thought he would be like a pervert like Jiraiya-san, but No, he's just nice. And he's not too bad looking. Whoa. You to be openly complimenting a guy like that. He must have said some quite wonderful things about you. A small blush came on Corinne's cheek as she turned her head, as she relaxed the water's uncle giggled like that. Meanwhile, at the hidden stone, you called for me, little man. As Oniki turned, I told you to address me by my proper title. Old man Tishikage, it's all the same. As Oniki eye twitched. Sit down, he said. Huh? What's going on? Konoha, Chunin exams are coming up. You remember the rumors that I heard some time ago? Yeah, about the fourth Kage-san. That's it, right? Yes. It turns out that he's the same person as this blonde devil that I've been hearing about. Wait, he is? Yeah. The same blonde devil that has caused mass havoc. That is why. You'll be entering Chunin exams to get some information on him. What? But guys, it'll be in right here. If you want the next person to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on the bell notifications, and post about my finals. See you guys soon. Peace.